Hello, welcome to day 2 of my Adventurous Sky Bundle class to go. This is a class to go that you can earn free with an online order in my online store this week through August 25th. You can get this one free. An order of $50 or more is going to earn you the entire class kit. Everything's going to come pre-cut, ready for you to go. You will need the stamps and the dies of the Adventurous Sky Bundle to complete your projects, but everything else is going to come ready to go. An order of $100 or more is going to earn you that class kit. In addition, you're going to get 5 free bonus cards from my basket. Now the cards may not coordinate with the Adventurous Sky Bundle, but they are fun cards for you to use for inspiration or just for your everyday handing out to friends and family. An order of $150 or more is going to get you the class kit, the 5 cards, and you're going to get a full package of our embellishments that we're using this week, and these are the industrial trinkets that we're using. We're actually not using these on today's card. You could definitely put a couple on today's cards if you wanted to, but with a $150 order, you're going to get a full package of these for free. So that's a fun little embellishment to have on hand to use for lots of different projects. So like I said, you will need the Adventurous Sky Bundle. For options 1 and 2, you do need to use that host code that is in the video description to get the class kit. For option 3, don't use that host code because you're going to earn some Stampin' rewards with your $150 purchase, and I'll still send you that class kit. So this is our bundle that we're featuring today, the Adventurous Sky, or featuring this whole week, the Adventurous Sky Bundle. Such a fun bundle, not just for masculine cards. I think these cards are just so fun. The dies are amazing, the stamp set's really fun, and we're also using the Take to the Sky DSP, which is on sale this month. You can get that 15% off. So if you love this DSP, you want to get that. This is what we made yesterday. This was our first card in the series, card number 1. This is the card we made yesterday. This is the card we're going to make today. And I love this card. And like I said, there's none of the industrial trinkets on here, but you could definitely add 1 or 2 or 3, however many you wanted to add. You could definitely add them to this card, and lots of places you can even put one like right on the propeller. That would be fun. We're using this plane again, the die cut plane, and I've actually already assembled that one for you. I assembled it exactly the same way as we did in the first video, so that's how I did that one. The plane itself is in, let's see, Pebbled Path for the gray part, Mossy Meadow for like the base of the plane, and then Night of Navy for the propellers. So the plane has already been assembled. You will receive these pieces in your kit. You will need the dies to die cut your own plane though. But let's go ahead and get started with the rest of our card. So I have a card base. Again, we're using Smoky Slate card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have another piece of Smoky Slate, which is 5 by 3 3/4, and I have embossed this with the So Swirly die, or So Swirly Embossing Folder. You see that? It's a really fun embossing folder, and it pairs up, I think, really nicely with the planes. So we're gonna adhere that, but before we do, we have a couple of pieces of DSP to put on. I have another piece of DSP. This is 2 by, no, that's not true. The DSP, I'm sorry, this is 5 by 2.5. There we go. And this is one of the DSP patterns from the Take to the Sky DSP, and we're going to stick that one directly onto that So Swirly background. So I'm going to just put some adhesive on there. I'm just using my Stampin' Seal for this. And this one I'm going to go toward the top. I'm leaving maybe just like 1/4 inch of that Smoky Slate along the top. Otherwise, we're going all the way to the top. And then we're going to adhere this down to our card base. This So Swirly back embossing folder, I think, is so fun. Embossing folders add so much texture, and they don't cost a lot of money, so they're a good affordable option to add lots of depth and texture to your project. So there's our base pretty much ready to go. Now I have a couple of tags here. These are also from the DSP, and let me pull out that DSP to show you a lot of the patterns. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So the DSP, it's pretty spectacular. You can see I've used mine a ton. I really love a lot of these patterns, and not all of them are you know, plain themed. You can use these kind of year round. This is the pattern that has all of these little pre-cut pieces. You can use these for cards or scrapbook pages, and then you have all of these tags along the bottom. So your kit may have different tags for your project, but you have all of these tags, and they're easy just to cut out with your scissors or your paper trimmer. So, so your kit may have different tags than the ones I'm featuring, but you will still have a good variety of tags for your project. All right, let me get this DSP put away, and we'll continue on with our project. So I have 2 tags, and these are 2 different tags than the 2 on here, so you can see just how they'll coordinate differently. And then I have a 1/4 inch handheld punch, and all I'm going to do is just line that up with the little circle in the middle here, and I'm just cutting that just to give it a little hole, because we are going to thread some linen thread through that, and so I just want to make sure that we have a place to thread that linen thread. You can use a 1/4 inch, or this is a 1/4 inch. You can use an 1/8 of an inch too. We're only putting linen thread in it, which is pretty thin, so you don't need to worry about a super big hole. I wouldn't go more than a 1/4 of an inch though, because I do like the little kind of enforcer that it leaves. There's a different color on each of the DSPs of the little reinforcer, and I do like that look. So I wouldn't go any less than a 1/4 of an inch. All right, I have some Mossy Meadow ink, and we're actually going to use the same greeting that we used yesterday. There's lots of greetings in this bundle, so you can choose what you want. And I'm going to pick my lighter colored tag, which is this one, and we're just going to stamp this right along the bottom on the left side, with the little hole facing to the right. And that was Mossy Meadow ink. Okay, perfect. So we have our tags ready to go. We're going to adhere them together. Oops, this one's gonna go on top just like that. I was like, that's not working. We're going to adhere them together like this, and then we're going to put some linen thread through them. So the one that I stamped, I'm gonna just put some adhesive just along the top there. And I'm gonna line up those holes, just kind of twisting this to get that look that I want. So you have 2 layered tags ready to go. And your linen thread, you have quite a bit of it here. I'm going to fold it in half. So I'm gonna bring those ends together, just so we have like a double strand of it. And then I'm gonna stick those through the hole, and we're gonna tie this into a bow. And because we folded it over, it's going to give us like a double bow look, which is really fun. It's going to give us that nice kind of fluffy bow. I love double bows with linen thread. So fun. All right, let me grab my ribbon scissors, and we're just going to kind of trim these ends a little bit. I think that looks good. I'm just going to kind of fluff it a little bit. And if you need to hold it down with a glue dot, you absolutely could. That's ready to go. So let's go ahead and stick that onto our card with, you guessed it, dimensionals. Let's put 1 here, 1 on the corners, each of those corners, so 3 total. And where's my card base? This is gonna go on kind of at an angle, just like this. And we're gonna stick our airplane on right on top of that with more dimensionals. Now again, if you did cut these out using an adhesive sheet, you can glue it down directly onto the project. That will be fine too. It's all gonna look great. And then the plane's gonna kind of be like it's flying straight right next to the little knot of our tags. And that is it. That is card number 2. Now again, if you wanted to add some of those industrial trinkets, you absolutely could. Otherwise, I don't think it needs it. I think it's a fantastic, fun little card as it is. So there you have it, card number 2. I will be back tomorrow for card number 3 in our series. So I hope you join me. If you're on YouTube, please go ahead and like and subscribe my channel. That way you don't miss any of my series of my cards. And if you have any questions on how to get the kit, go ahead and check the video description or head to my blog, which is also linked in the video description. Head to my blog for more photos and details on how to get that class kit for free. And I thank you guys for joining me. That host code is in the video description as well if you want to shop my online store. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in card number 3. Bye.